y'all? We are here tonight talking to yet again another extreme elite entrepreneur. This gentleman I have next to me, gracing my presence here, is the operational manager of Sumo in San Antonio, David Meltzer. David, say hello to all our guests.
Hello, everyone.
Wonderful. So if y'all aren't familiar, Sumo is located off I-10, off the I-10 corridor. You want to tell them a little bit about where your location is?
Yeah, 8342 I-10 West. We're right in the middle of Medical and Callahan, right off of I-10, next to CarMax.
Perfect. So it's really well located if you're in the medical district, or if you're in, not being so familiar with San Antonio, how would you say you guys are positioned next to, like?
We're very close to the medical area as well as the Colonnade.
Okay.
I think a lot of people know about the Colonnade area.
Yes, that's kind of a buzzword for the area in San Antonio. So we decided to talk to Sumo today because they, again, are one of these extreme iterations of entrepreneurs that have kind of weathered the storm. They've gone through the trials and tribulations of what it takes to start a business, create a business, have a vision. And so I wanted to talk to David tonight because I wanted you to tell everybody, tell us a little bit about what it's like, how you guys started, what the vision was, what went wrong, what went right, all that happy fun stuff.
Okay. Well, in the early 90s, we owned a restaurant called Tokyo Steakhouse in Austin, Texas. It was right off of Far West. Back then, we only had 11 tables.
Wow.
And then we expanded and became Oka's Tokyo Steakhouse. We then found that Benihana was actually taking franchises, so we actually became a franchise of Benihana. In fact, we were the first franchise of Benihana over here in the south area of Texas. So yeah.
The very first one in the south of Texas.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing? So I think I remember this being a Benihana, which for those of you who aren't familiar with this, I'm sure most of you are. It's a teppanyaki restaurant where they come and, as you'll see, they prepare the food right in front of you. You guys started as Benihana, and then where was the migration away from Benihana? What happened there?
Well, we started in 1998 in Austin, Texas, of being a Benihana. We then moved in 2001. We actually expanded in 2001, called Benihana in San Antonio, which is this location right here. During the times, we actually enjoyed being with Benihana, but we realized we weren't able to give our guests what they were asking for.
Yes. So, and that seems to be kind of a constant theme that, as entrepreneurs, when I've talked to people that are like kind of in that franchise world, or they have that kind of corporate veil over them, there's so much, you can't be as autonomous. Yeah. And you have a rich family history of, you guys have there's this cult. I've gotten to know you. You have the kind of these deep cultural roots about celebrating life and celebrating people and being able to give service that's bar none, doesn't compete with other restaurateurs in San Antonio. Sumo is an extremely unique restaurant, not just because of how you're served and the atmosphere that you get, but because of the signature that you guys actually put, the Meltzer signature on that.
Well, now that we're not Benihana, we don't have the strict guidelines that we had before. So we actually do a lot of creative things in terms of sauces, in terms of food, in terms of specials. We're able to go up and beyond our customers' expectations nowadays.
Yes, like as in our beautiful drinks here. I mean, it's almost so pretty you don't want to drink it, but I know they taste so good. So talk to me about your drink specials. What do you all do here for drink specials?
Well, we do have the happy hour. We have happy hour on the tables from 4:30 to 6 o'clock. And we also have the bar that's open happy hour till 7:30. We also are coming up with some really great ideas.
Really?
Yes, we are.
I like the sound of that. Tell us more.
Okay. Well, we want to do something different. We've heard of Working Women's Wednesdays, and we've heard of some other ideas. And honestly, I'm trying to figure out a way to create more of a theme in the bar area where ladies such as yourself can come in and have a good time and bring some people.
Yeah.
We like to call it go-go dancers.
There you go.
Yeah, we like to call it go-go dancing theme. So basically, anyone that's born in the 60s and 70s, and if you used to enjoy go-go dancing, come on in. Come on in. Get a drink on me.
So 60s and 70s, if you're born in the 60s and 70s, so ladies, here, focus on this. If you were born in the 60s and the 70s, you heard him, you get a drink on the house.
Specialty drink. One of these fine cocktails.
Wow.
We have a lot of different kind of cocktails. We have big margaritas and globes. We got a bunch. We got
they really do.
Excellent stuff.
They really do. I mean, you guys definitely have a buffet of choices when it comes to foo-foo drinks, and then really just strong drinks from sake. So talk about the drinks that are more themed towards the restaurant of Sumo. And
Well, a lot of people don't understand that sake is not actually good sake. It's not going to be actually served hot. It's actually served cold. And the reason why is that the more the grain of the white rice that was actually made into sake is actually polished. And so there's different percentages on polish. And a lot of people don't know that. So a lot of people go, oh, I'm going to buy a $40 bottle, and then they realize, wow, this is not hot. Why is it not hot? And I explain it to them. But we do have amazing sakes. We have Taiku, which is an excellent brand of sakes, as well as we have Fuki, we have Nigori, we got apple sake, peach sake, lychee sake. We got so many different types of sake and flavors. You just need to come out and it'd take you a whole day to try every single one. So
gonna knock your sake off.
It's fun.
I bet, yes. So, talking to me about the food. What are like favorite dishes for people here? I mean, obviously there's the sushi bar, which I'm not sure if people are familiar, but yes, while you can get a great drink, you can also sit there and dine on some amazing sushi with your sushi chef. So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. Well, let's bring up our teriyaki chicken real quick. Okay. And the reason why is because we're talking about sake. We actually put sake in our teriyaki sauce. It's phenomenal. Really phenomenal. It's very excellent.
Teriyaki sake or sake teriyaki?
Sake teriyaki chicken is what it's called on the menu. It's phenomenal. If you do like chicken, come on in, try it out. It's awesome. We do have a great sushi bar. We have some excellent things going on in the sushi bar right now.
You guys have had, that's the one thing that I marvel at. We're talking to entrepreneurs, talking to people who've created something. The one thing that I find extremely rare that you can see these themes is employee turnover. Mm-hmm. And there's much of your staff that's been here for years. What's your oldest employee's been here for how many years?
Well, let's see. The oldest one was probably here 8 years.
Really?
Yes.
8 years. So, especially in the restaurant business, like as an entrepreneur, as a restaurateur, that is extremely difficult to find because it's a heavy turnover of people.
We believe in longevity. We are a little different type of restaurant. We think of ourselves more as a family than an actual business. So it makes people feel more at home here, as well as take care of our guests, because they feel like the customers are coming in their home.
Yeah, that's awesome. You do when you are here, you kind of feel that hugging vibe, because everybody feels like family.
In fact, your server that you hugged a little earlier, named Anita, which I know she served you on you at least twice or 3 times.
Yes.
But anyways, she's been with us for over 7 years as well.
Wow.
And she's been here for a long time, as well as well, I know you can't see the
Some
servers.
of them have been moved from Florida, right? Wasn't Cynthia?
Cynthia, she was from Florida.
And she knew you back in Florida. Some
Yes.
sort of association with
Yeah,
Florida.
actually, the gentleman that trained her was actually our director of operations in Benihana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he trained her. I was the only franchise manager that was certified from Benihana.
Oh, man.
Actually, we make a joke, but it's actually called Benihana University, believe it or not.
Wow.
So I went to Benihana University, you could say. So everyone, I went to BU. Anyways.
You have your PhD from BU?
Exactly.
That's awesome.
So I went to Benihana University, and that's where I actually met Cynthia.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny?
That was a very long time ago. That was over 10 years ago.
So over 10 years ago, you've been doing this now. You personally, how long has David been managing and doing kind of in the operation?
Well, I've always been an assistant manager at the age of 17.
Oh, wow.
Before then, I was a bartender. At 17, I was able to bartend. Now they're just strict. So 17, I was able to bartend. Before then, I was a server. Before then, I was actually I even made it from dishwasher. From the time that I was 8 years old, I was watching spatulas and forks.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I grew up with teppanyaki.
I suppose when your family's been doing this for so long, it's just something you've grown up with.
Well, my dad was a hard worker, and he always loved being at his restaurant. And I knew if I was going to spend time with my dad, I could spend time with him going to Benihana and Tokyo Steakhouse. Exactly. So he always put me to work. We didn't have allowances as a kid. It was kind of, you get what you make.
Yeah. So speaking of allowances and paying and kind of watching the business blossom, and obviously there's always the ebbs and flows of the business. What are the hardest things that you guys think you kind of overcome?
Well, changing from Benihana to Sumo, a lot of people didn't know who we were. They thought that Benihana was gone, teppanyaki was gone out of this restaurant. So it took a long time for our establishment to grow. There was a time that we were hoping just to keep the lights on for a few months. Now,
hoping to keep the lights on. Hoping to keep the lights on.
Keep the lights on. Now, due to our guests and our loyal guests, I used to go around San Antonio and ask, they would say, where do you work? And I would say, Sumo, Japanese Steakhouse. Nobody would know who we were. I would have to hand out business cards and talk about ourselves. Now I go up to guests or people all over San Antonio and I say, hey, where do y'all work? Where do you work? I say, Sumo Japanese Steakhouse. Oh, I heard of that place. A lot of people have not been here, but at least the name recognition is actually out there.
Out there, yeah.
So we're doing it. We're making it happen.
Well, as far as atmosphere goes, I mean, you're really hard pressed to find a place like this, where you've got the fire and you've got, kind of the atmosphere. You've got the entertainment going on around you, but you can sit at the bar and you almost feel like you're separated from it to a degree. You can watch and observe.
I would say that we're the kind of guerrilla of teppanyaki in San Antonio.
I would say that.
And the reason why is we have 20 tables. A lot of our competitors have 6 or 7, max 8. We have 20.
20 tables. So you guys can fit, you guys can use some substantial parties then in here as well.
Definitely. We have new private party areas that actually has curtains, so you could bring a party at 28. Easy, close it off to where you can have your own parties.
Wow. And then speaking of parties, you guys added a bunch of TVs, and so you can catch the game, you can catch anything really as far as what the cable TV will offer and that remote control. You guys have it at your fingertips.
Oh, we're all about the Spurs, right?
Yes, go Spurs.
Go
yes,
Spurs.
Go Spurs. Wonderful. So with that, is there any other aside from the migration away from Benihana, any personal things, if you could go over and if you could tell your younger self, what you knew now, what would be different, or what would you say to the young David as an entrepreneur?
I would say that if you believe in something, and you believe it very strongly, you don't need a corporation to help you out. You can really go in there, make it happen. You can make dreams come true. And this was our dream. Our dream was actually going away from Benihana and becoming independent and actually building our own name. And if you asked me 3 years ago, which we did this about 6 years ago, I would tell you it was very, very hard, and I don't know if we're going to make it. And now I can say, due to our loyal guests, due to our loyal guests, they made it happen for us. Yeah. They love the food, they love the changes, they love the way the restaurant looks now. We have updated the tables, we've updated the bar, we have updated the restrooms, and we're continuing to update. And because of that, we're bringing in a different demographic. We still cater to the family, but we're actually getting a different type of demographic, more of the people that want to have fun. In a little bit, I will have you go over and we'll have someone do the sake bombs. We do a sake bomb chant, we get the whole tables involved. Our birthdays, we put birthday hats on you, chef hats on.
You have the balloon.
We have the balloon guy, and this guy's creative. He smells
good too.
He's not a normal one that makes little poodles and this. No, he can go all out. He can make little mermaids. He can make the Spurs coyote. He can do such amazing things. The guy's so talented. Honestly, he can go to Las Vegas and sell his things for at least $12 a pop because he's amazing. But he doesn't charge. He just goes off the gratuity. He's so amazing. Awesome, yeah. We even have a new system where we are continuing to do the birthdays and the anniversaries. If you sign up with us, you do get the birthday meal just like you did at Benihana.
Ooh, how fun.
You do get the anniversaries. And also, we want to invite you all in. We want as much as big as a party, as rowdy as you can be, without disturbing the rest of the guests, but as rowdy as you can be to the extent, and have fun.
Yes, as you can
Go
see,
crazy.
As you can see, it's an incredible atmosphere. Lots of fire, lots of show, lots of excitement. So we want to hammer home that one key element that if you were born in the 60s or 70s and you are a lady and you've had a long day at work and you're ready to turn off the glow from that computer screen and turn on the glow from a nice cozy fire, you can come with your girlfriends, you can bring your significant other, bring that that mystery man. It's a very, very low-key atmosphere that creates a great space for really enjoying yourself, just kind of kicking back and unwinding from the day with all sorts of signature drinks. Located again off I-10. Mm-hmm. Do they have to schedule ahead for reservations? Or?
No, just come on in. It's right at the bar. You'll sit right at the bar. We'll offer a free cocktail to you as long as you show the ID. We would love to have you, as well as We have some more creative specials coming in, so if you check us out just for that, I guarantee you'll be excited what else is going on. I don't want to get on into it because I like to be mysterious, and I want you to come in and check it out.
Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard us live from Sumo. Come on down, come check us out. Get yourself one of these little fancy treats and a couple of these fancy drinks, and have yourself a great time. Thanks so much, David.
You're welcome.
Wonderful.
Good seeing you.
You too.
Love you.
Love you too.
Goodbye, everyone.